international educator.
I am teacher Juliet Bogori, and welcome to today's biology revision. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at structured questions. What is the nature of structured questions? These are questions that require brief and precise answers. Learner, you don't need to write a lot of stories. You have to be very brief, precise, and to the point. Let us look at our first question. And how to approach the do's and the don'ts. So we have question number 1A. Give a reason why organisms become resistant to drugs. I'll repeat that. Give a reason why organisms become resistant to drugs. Part B, which is similar to part A, reads, explain why certain drugs become ineffective in curing a disease after many years of use. Learner, when you look at the two questions, they almost require a similar response. So this is an example of an application question. So what is expected of you, learner, is proper mastery of content, because without proper mastery of content, you cannot be able to tackle this question. And you realize you'll need information, you'll need knowledge on the topic of mutation, and also on the topic whereby we look at diseases, right? So it is very, very important that you have proper mastery of content. Another thing is that you also need to make your idea very clear by revealing relevant facts. What do I mean? You realize as much as it is an application question, you must use proper biological concepts. You cannot use terms, you cannot use facts that are not related to biology. And you realize again, the question is testing on the basic principle of explain. So in that question, we expect you to expound so that whoever is marking is able to tell why is it that after years of using a particular drug, it becomes resistant to that drug. So what is the expected response? You realize in this particular question, there is the issue of mutation. So what happens is that when you use a drug year in, year out, you realize that the organism mutates. And once it mutates, you realize it cannot be the drug becomes ineffective. So I'll read that statement there. When an organism is exposed to a drug for some time, the microorganisms mutate, therefore survive in the presence of the drug and become resistant. We have seen this in the case of malaria, where we have the plasmodium that causes malaria. You realize we have been changing the drug every now and then. We had initially malaria queen that was used to treat the malaria disease. After that, we had chloroquine. Now we talk of fancida. So you realize it has been mutating from time to time. And that's why we have new drugs in the market every now and then to control these diseases. We go to question number 2. This is a question that has a diagram there. And we have, I'll read it. And again, learner, I insist on reading the question at least twice or thrice. Don't be in a hurry to answer the question. Get the catch of the question, because in every question, there is a trick, there is a catch. So in this particular question, leaves are organs of photosynthesis. The following diagram shows what happens in a plant leaf during photosynthesis.